Hey everybody, check out this wild, colorful background here. Under this hood is a handcrafted 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, and get this, it puts out almost 400 horsepower, 382 to be exact. This is the latest CLA45 AMG from Mercedes, and I think it's going to be a very good week. Did I mention it also has drift mode? I can't wait to share this with you. Let's get started here. All right, not too bad, right? Well, there is a dial on the steering wheel where we can actually turn and change our drive modes. And if we go to Sport Plus, for instance, it changes the exhaust, or there is an exhaust button here. So let's have a listen here. All right, that sounds pretty good, right? Well, it's also enhanced a little bit. If you get the premium package, you get the AMG Real Performance sound. And you know what? I don't mind it at all. You can't really tell that it's coming from the speakers at all. Okay, we're gonna get right into it of what's powering these CLA AMG models. First of all, there's a CLA35, and that has a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Same with this, right? However, that has 302 horsepower. This is a hand-built AMG specific engine, and it puts out 382 horsepower, 7 horsepower up from the previous version, 354 pound-feet of torque. That's matched to an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission. The CLA35 comes with a 7-speed automatic. And get this, if you want even more performance, unfortunately, we do not get it here in North America, but there is a CLA45S, and that gets 421 horsepower. That's crazy from a 4-cylinder, a 2-liter at that. That's just some amazing power. But even this, at 382 horsepower, it has the most horsepower in its class of anything in its class, period. So let's listen to this thing. This thing sounds great. 0 to 100K, 4.1 seconds on this. So 0 to 60 is under 4 seconds. Listen to that. Man, that sounds so good. It's so engaging, this dual clutch transmission. It's so fast, but every gear, when you're engaged, it's so positive, and the downshifts are very, very, very quick as well. You also have paddle shifters if you want to roll your own gears, and it has rev matching as well. Let's go into this corner here. We're in 5th gear, so let's have the gas on and just gear down. Oh yeah, man, oh man. Like any warm-blooded human being, I would love to take this onto the racetrack. Now, some of these images that you're seeing here is of a European spec CLA45S on a racetrack. Reason why I'm showing this, because I can't drive and actually film this car at the same time. So enjoy these ones, but just enjoy the sounds. It just howls. And just because it's enhanced on the inside doesn't mean that it doesn't make any sound on the outside. It's just a little bit more subdued. And that's good. You don't want to create too much attention, especially when you're driving something like this sun yellow that we have right here. So in order to get this drive selector, you need to get the AMG drive package, and it's $3,700. You gotta get it when you get one of these for sure. So you get the drive selector, you also get adaptive suspension, and you can control that on the steering wheel as well. You have a nice LCD display, and then you can also control it in your middle console here. You also get 19-inch wheels as well as a track pace app if you want to take this to the track so you can record everything that you're doing. You know, some cars on paper are supposed to be fast. You get into them and they don't feel very fast, and vice versa. Some are not supposed to be fast, but when you drive them, they're a whole lot of fun, even though they're not that quick. Well, this is the best of both worlds. On paper, it's fast, and when you get in and drive, it's even more fast or more fun. This could be the most fun I've had in a car this year. Seriously. This reminds me of, listen to those pops and gurgles happening behind me. This reminds me when I was younger and I had a little bit more expendable cash, I raced karts, go-karts, and I had a shifter kart. And this kind of reminds me like that. Everything is really stiff when we're in the Sport Plus mode. You feel so connected. You feel like you're kind of just like right on the ground. You got this great Alcantara or Dynamica steering wheel. Feels great. You got the shifters right behind the steering wheel, and you have the sequential shifting, just like the shifter kart. And you feel like it is so nimble because the size of this CLA is absolutely perfect. This thing just goes wherever you turn it. There are no surprises. We're heading into a corner here. It drives so flat. Oh man, this is... Seriously, I feel like I am driving my kart. You gotta be careful though. A vehicle like this that gives you so much confidence driving in it, because it's so positive feeling, you could easily triple the speed limits on some of the roads out here because it's so capable. It's a great handling vehicle. Brake-wise, the CLA45 comes standard with 350mm drilled front rotors with 4-piston calipers. That's up front. But if you go into the AMG track package, you get a few different things like larger brake rotors, and you also get 6-piston calipers for that. You also get a higher top speed, goes up to 270 kilometers per hour, which is around 170 miles per hour. You got a few other goodies that we'll talk about in a second here. The CLA45 comes standard with 4MATIC Plus. So this has an all-wheel drive system, and not only can it control power and torque to the front and rear, but it can control individual torque to either of the rear wheels, and that acts as a torque vectoring type of system, increasing the power to outer wheels, driving them through a corner, and it's going to help you rotate so much easier. When you match the traction of this 4MATIC system with the power, the size of this vehicle, these tires, the suspension, the stiffened chassis, it's basically a recipe for absolute maximum fun and maximum fuel burn, probably too. This does take premium fuel. That's no surprise though. This 45 AMG has what Mercedes calls direct steer. In essence, it's variable steering. So when you're not going very fast, say you're in and about town in tight parking lots. By the way, this does have a very, very good turning radius, but in tight parking lots, you do not have to turn it as much. So it's going to vary depending on how fast you're going. And that's always a big bonus. So let's talk about what's different between this and a regular CLA, like a CLA250. Well, on the exterior, you can't miss the sun yellow, that's for sure. but also the grille. The front grille of this CLA45 is different than even the 35. It has the vertical slots like the Panamericana grille, the same that you find in all of their higher tier AMG products. And this one has the night package and the aero package. So the night package gives you all the black accents as well. The aero package, you get that really cool aggressive rear diffuser. The front has all these slots and fins. You have the rear spoiler on the rear lid. Yeah, it really looks the part. When you see this vehicle, even from a distance, you know that it's not a regular CLA by any means. You have these large gaping openings for cooling in the front. However, the one on the left does not go through. That you don't need that one, so they've plugged that, and you have that extra cooling on the right side for the turbos there. And this does come with LED headlamps and tail lamps. If you go for the premium package, you get the multi-beam LED lights. The inside of this CLA45 absolutely looks the part as well. Standard are two 10.25 inch screens, so there is no smaller screen. You go right to the big ones for the smaller models. The larger Mercedes-Benz products have a 12-inch screen, so a 10.25 inch. I love the display, especially in the performance displays you have here. You don't really have to take your eyes off too much. There is a head-up display available, by the way. This is not equipped with it, but I like the horsepower and torque readings and the nice large RPM, and you just just from the side of your eyes, you can just see those meters go up, meaning that you are pumping out max horsepower and torque, or like that. Yeah, these brakes are good, but the torque, it just pulls you. When you are anywhere above $3,000, this thing honestly just takes off. There is no lag. There is a slight lag at a standstill, but other than that, this thing is a missile. It's a rocket. I don't know what other words you can call this thing. I couldn't imagine the CLA45S. Like, that would be incredible. So anyways, standard, you also get these sports seats. If you go into the track package, you get the AMG seats, and they have that power bolstering. Now these bolsters are a little bit tight, so they fit me, but if you were any wider, they could be a little bit small. They are comfortable though. This also has the MBUX system. I'm not going to get into that because we've talked about that in so many different videos now, which is their user experience. Now, another package you're going to have to get when you buy one of these, you don't have to, but I'm saying you really kind of have to, is the premium package. And that gets you your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It's kind of disappointing that they don't include that as standard equipment, and you need to go into a package to get it, but this is a premium product, and that's how they do it. So you get Apple CarPlay, you get your Android Auto, you get the Burmester stereo system included as well. Now, this is not as premium of a system as in some of the other top tier Mercedes products. Some of those ones, that system alone, the upgrade is over $6,000. And this premium package it's around $3,000, and you get all of that stuff, including the Burmester system, and it sounds fine, absolutely fine. I just love how fast on these digital gauges, how fast the RPM needle can actually move, and that's how fast this thing shifts and changes though, and downshifts as well. You kind of feel like you're driving a video game, but for real. As for everyday driving, we can put this back into comfort mode, and first of all, the sound is a lot different. The transmission, it just feels sluggish now compared to what it was. Everything has just kind of toned itself down, and the suspension, although it's not cushy, it is livable for sure on a day-to-day use. Now I want to put it back into sport because we're going over some nice twisties here. So do I like the CLA45 AMG? I don't even think that's a fair question to ask. Just listen, and how can you not like something like this? So what's the cost of admission for putting a smile on your face every time you put your butt into this seat and start it up? Well, the 45 starts at just under $60,000. And if you want it spec'd out like we have here, this does not have the track package though, but otherwise it's pretty well fully loaded. It's gonna run you just around 74,000 Canadian dollars, that is. So for you US folks down there, that's about $100. I don't know. It's a lot less than 74,000, that's for sure. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I thoroughly enjoyed making this one for you. Absolutely. It's going to be a sad day when I have to return this vehicle. I really would like to keep this, and so far to date for 2020, this is pretty well the most fun I've had in a vehicle. As a DJ in your junior high school dance would come on to say, it's time to slow it down. You remember those days? Probably not. I'm old. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching.